And then I made a comment that's like, dude, all the highlights I see of Nate shot are just him hitting the Benjamin or like coping about like quitting hitting the Benjamin or like yelling at or like arguing with his wife about hitting the pen on stream or like whatever. And it got so many likes. I was like, this is so
relatable.
This is so sad for that guy.
Desert ruins.
I like talking shit on Dr. Disrespect TikToks and having people defend the pedo. It's funny.
What? Wait, I can't hear you, Manny. What'd you say?
Saying how many people defend Dr. Disrespect on TikToks?
Oh.
Defend the pedo, is what he said. That's fucking crazy. No one's defending Diddy. So.
Yeah, they're just trying not to get
they're trying to say not get themselves caught.
Right.
By association.
Can't wait for that documentary.
Yeah, it'll be wild when it all comes out.
If it all comes out.
He's in jail currently. I'm sure it's gonna come out.
I think it
Unless he gets fucking Epsteined.
Which like he could get Epstein, huh?
Oh, totally.
Oh yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
Wait, the Desert Ruins music sounds like the Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah. But did you hear that like there's a lot of stuff traced back now to Tupac and Biggie with Diddy?
I had not heard that.
Yeah, how there's a tranny in one of the music videos.
What?
A tranny?
Sorry, I'm in a car, but apparently there's a
Totally
tranny
unrelated.
in one of like the music videos. Like there's an actual chick going to the men's bathroom, and like they whip out their shit to take a piss, and like I guess all of the people who watched the music video never realized that like that's actually about a tranny that they're talking to.
It's just because Diddy's really progressive.
Yeah, he has 842 dildos or whatever. So
It was woke before
pretty
woke was
progressive.
cool.
You have to be with those numbers.
Did you see the baby oil he had? His like
Yeah, I saw a headline about
Yeah,
it.
for his freak off parties.
Dude, I just saw the picture and I was like, I can't believe he actually has that. And, dude, it's not like a vial; it's like a bottle of baby oil.
Wait, now I gotta find this.
Oh, dude, it's literally like a big ass like cupboard of lined with baby oil.
Now we know who left all the reviews on that 55-gallon tub of lube on Amazon.
Holy shit, that's a lot of baby oil.
Hey, but I can't find file.
I saw people going on Blender just to like visualize how much 1,000 bottles of baby oil was.
I think we have everyone. I want to start today by going over some more of the new changes, because as I have been going through it and building out y'all's characters, there's a lot of things. And so we're not going to go over everything, but we're at least going to go over some of the things that I think are the most prevalent for a lot of you, especially you meleeers, which is a lot of you, actually. Almost all of you. But there's definitely some things to go over just to make sure that you know that they exist. I would also encourage a lot of you to like look through a lot of your feats. There are so many new things for some of you, and I don't want you to like miss any of it, but some of y'all's classes have changed almost completely, which is awesome. But it takes knowing what's different to understand it. Waco, your sheet is a novel. You have so many features in it, and a lot of them are new. Not all of them, but a lot of them are. So also take a look-see at that. A lot of you all will also have new feat, because every background now comes with a feat just automatically. That's just part of the new system. So, like, for example, for you, Fail, whenever I picked you Soldier, you just automatically get a feat with that. So I picked you Tough, If you see anything in y'all's sheets that it's like, I didn't pick that, like, why is that there? I want something different. That's because whenever I was making your sheet, I just had to pick something, and so I just picked what I thought seemed like your character the most. But absolutely tell me and be like, I don't want this, I want that, and I'm happy to replace it. It was more just for creating the feat in the first place. So you'll see some things in your sheet that are new just because of reasons like backgrounds and whatnot, which is fun. It's good. But any questions about any of that?
Yeah, so like my background has the lucky feat.
Yes, I swapped out Lucky for You for your original one, Undercity Paths,
Yeah,
just because I thought that one was like weird enough for me to be like, there's nothing really here that
yeah.
that kind of
Well,
fits you.
I guess then how does that work? Like, can I see my luck points?
Oh, I deleted it completely. If you want Lucky, I can keep it for you.
Oh, okay.
Um,
So I see what you're saying. So like you gave me
yeah,
the Wayfarer background, but then you
right.
kept my Undercity Paths feat.
Exactly.
Okay,
Exactly.
okay.
And if you would rather have the Lucky feat, that's totally okay. Just let me know.
No, because I'll forget
And
about it.
yeah, fair enough. Um, and especially with almost all of y'all's racials, almost all of you have new things with your racials. All of my human boys, you got like 2 other feats just for being a human.
Ooh.
So you'll see that under the human tab, my dwarf boys, your poison interaction works differently now, and now you have an active on tremor sense. Our Goliath now has like an active ability thanks to being a Goliath. So also like take a look at that. We don't have to go through everyone's abilities because I know that'll be boring for some people, but I'll just kind of nudge y'all in different directions of things to look at. Like for example, Kyle,
Mhm.
you got a lot of new shit. Especially with like how your cunning strike kind of works. So that might be something to kind of slowly begin to get
That's going to
familiar
be
with.
under features.
It'll be under features, under rogue. I went through and tried to organize all of y'all sheets by like race, background, class, subclass, and then
Yeah,
any feature you have.
I got it. Thanks.
It's called
Yeah.
species now, David. We're not racist.
You're right. Excuse me. Species.
What about
We
the
did it.
cat boy?
We beat racism. Cat isn't included in the PHB, so nothing new. But Druid got changed quite a bit, so also take a look at that.
Yeah.
You have a wild companion now, and I don't know how that's going to work with your wildfire spirit. I guess you can just summon 2 things. I don't really know. I guess we'll cross that bridge whenever we get there.
Yep.
Jaryu, some new kind of things for you. For anyone that have chosen great weapon fighting, we kind of looked at last time, but it's also different. Faithful Steed is now a core part of the Paladin subclass. So I guess don't be afraid to summon your boy because you get it a lot now.
Hell yeah.
As well as Abjure Foes is kind of a new thing for your channel divinity, which is cool.
Yeah, I saw that.
Mhm.
Then how does my there's my uses for channel divinity. Okay.
Yes.
My other thing was there custom like species traits for Dwergar? Because like I had enlarge reduce, but that's like gone now, and invisibility that I could cast once a day.
Yes. So right for this session right now, no, because I just finished putting everything in, but I would like to go back and help those parts of it because there are special like Duergar things and they got rid of all the dwarf subspecies, but I know already there's Unearthed Arcana to kind of bring it back, so I'll be doing the same thing for Halbjorn because he lost his kind of thing. So yes, that we'll repair that,
What
but
did
for
I
this one
lose? I don't even know what I lost.
it's something random, but it's like I don't know. I like that there are different kinds of little dwarves. Fail for you, under the fighter class, your second wind now actually is kind of like
Yeah.
a much cooler, much more thoughtful core part of your class with tactical mind and
100%.
tactical shift. Super cool. Know your
Yeah,
enemy
love
is
it.
much better. I used all of the same combat superiority choices that you had already picked, but I used the 2024 versions of them. I have no idea if they're different, but they're there. So
Well, I look
you
good to me.
okay, cool. And College of Swords isn't any different, so that should be the same. And I don't know if Polearm Master is any different. I added the 2024 version. It might be different. It might not.
Yeah,
I do
I'll
not
read
know.
over it. Yeah, I saw the
So
Great Weapon Master is definitely different.
Great Web Master
Right.
is very much different. Yes.
But I don't have to
So
do the -5 to hit.
right,
I just turn 1s and 2s into 3s on damage rolls,
Right.
something
which is
like that.
Yep.
Yes.
You
it's
don't get
pretty
to
sweet.
reroll them, which is sad.
Yes.
Yeah, well, it's faster.
Um,
It's like, no, those are 3s. All those 1s
Well,
and 2s are 3s.
that's actually your that's something different. That's Great Weapon Fighting. That lets you turn 1s and 2s into 3s. Great Weapon Master is also different, like you described, but I
Oh, I
don't.
did read the wrong one.
Yeah, it's kind of confusing.
Right.
But take a look at
Okay.
that, and I think that would also kind of apply to you, Aslos, or Drew, as you're better known. Because I mix up y'all's names kind of sometimes. And the big things for you, obviously, are your Wild Heart changes. Every combat, you get to choose between like 9 different totem animals, which is sick, but a lot to keep up with, as well as a lot of like improved like brutal strikes and critical strikes, really cool stuff like that. What else? I think that's everything I wanted y'all. I wanted to. Oh, and Lyle, yours also is quite different. You were kind of touching on it last time. I feel bad that your sheet is so massive. It's all just monk, but I guess that's just the way it goes. Um, but you have a lot of different ways now to use your focus, which is super cool. So peer inside and maybe try to get a little familiar with how you can flex that. For all of our marshals, those of you that use a weapon, new changes for how weapons work. And this is pretty big for 2024. Whenever in a lot of your classes, you'll see in the features list a feature called Weapon Mastery. And it basically, at its base, allows you to pick 2 weapons to be a master of. I think that I went through and picked for y'all your weapon masteries just kind of based on what you use. Once again, if you want those to change, just tell me and I'm happy to change them. Actually, even in game, you can change them every long rest. So
nice.
I'm not even flipping it for you, but they have gone a long way to very clearly define. And Waco, you're gonna kill yourself hearing this just because of all the changes we did. But they have very
Yeah, I
clearly
know.
defined
I knew
drawing and
it.
stowing weapons and how that works with the action economy. And these weapon mastery properties are to encourage weapon switching, especially in the middle of combat. So I'm going to see if I can. Do y'all see this? If I open this up?
Yes.
So this is from the new player's handbook that I showed y'all last time. If you go to table 5, weapons table, this is all the weapons, and you'll see now that they have a new column called mastery. And so every weapon has its own mastery. This cannot be changed and is innate to that weapon. And so you can find your weapons that you like. Well, let's just say really quickly for Kyle, a dagger, right? You can see that has the weapon mastery Nick. And if you go up one table to table 4, mastery properties, you can see what each of these weapon properties do. So for example, Nick, when you make the extra attack of the light property, so if you make an extra attack using a weapon that has a light property, you can make it as part of the attack action instead of as a bonus action. You can do this once per turn. So before, Kyle, when you would use Light Snatcher as an action and then Umbra as a bonus action for that kind of partial damage, since the dagger is light and has Nick as its weapon mastery, and you are a master of daggers, that is now part of your attack action, and you can still use your bonus action to do like a cunning action. And so all of your weapons have these innate to them. For example, Relamox has the graze feature. If your attack roll with this weapon misses a creature, you can deal damage to that creature equal to the ability modifier you use to make the attack roll. So you never miss. You're always going to graze them if you use Relamox.
The ability modifier, so +5 at 20.
+5 at
What?
20.
Yeah.
So the idea kind of behind these is that in the middle of combat, it gives you the option if you want to kind of synergize different mastery properties with each other, then you can be drawing and stowing weapons and switching between the ones that you're a master of. For example, you could use a Vex, which gives you advantage on your next attack roll before the end of your next turn, and then switch over to a push and push them away. Something like that. So I would encourage you to go through and kind of look at your own weapons and try to kind of become familiar. It should be on your character sheet, like under the weapon itself, you know? But all of your weapons have these. I think the only kind of weird thing is that monks don't get weapon mastery. I think because they're assuming you're going to be using your fists most of the time. But they did severely buff unarmed strike, so I guess that's the trade-off. But there are feats and whatnot that you can take to gain weapon mastery. So if you would like to replace one of your feats to do so, to gain weapon mastery, let me know. Are there any questions about weapon mastery? I know it's a lot.
I think you did a great job breaking it down.
Thank you. Thank you. We will learn and try to remember together because it's a lot of things.
Wait, you
yes,
said
my-
that stowing and switching is also like a big like change, or is it a?
I don't know if it's necessarily a change. It just really wasn't well defined
Okay,
before, and now it's actually defined quite well. Like they make it very clear as to how that action economy is defined.
Yeah, and David, I am devastated, by the way.
I know. I
Yeah.
am
Like, it was the
so
whole
sorry.
thing. Yeah, I could have done so many things.
It is the
But she
timing.
hits hard now, you know.
She does hit much harder
hits
now.
hard.
And I mean,
Goddamn
you
hard.
still have weapon mastery. Like you have, because you're a fighter, you have a lot of weapon mastery, so it's not for nothing.
And I was gonna tell you too that I don't think my tough is applying because that's the same temp or hit points I've had before, so I don't know how that works.
Okay, then we can retroactively, yeah. To see what weapons you currently have mastered on your page, kind of on the attributes tab, kind of in the bottom leftish, you'll see weapon proficiencies, and anything with these little ribbons is a weapon mastery.
What?
Yeah, could you say that one more time?
Yeah, on your character sheet, on the attributes tab on the very far left. If you kind of go down,
Oh, dagger.
then there's weapon proficiencies, and then the little ribbons are for weapon masteries. So like
David,
I said,
this says I'm not proficient with rapiers.
that's not right. Oh. It says you are proficient, but you don't have a weapon mastery in it. So if you would like one of those, you get 2 weapon masteries, short sword and dagger. And so you're proficient in rapiers, but you don't have a mastery. But if you would like to change one of those 2 to a mastery, if it just says the word, then that's proficiency. If it has a little ribbon, the award, that's mastery.
Okay. And then also, Jen or Kyle, do you have you have that bow, right? That longbow?
Yes.
The chromatic longbow? Okay.
That longbow, let me double check.
I can't find it in the bag of holding. I put it in there. I thought I gave it to you at one point when I left.
If it's not in there, it's because I need to replace it. I'll need to import it from our backup game. Any other questions? I know it's a lot of things. Okay. Then in that case.
My dark vision should be 120 feet now.
Okay.
According to
then let's,
new rules.
Let's fix that then.
Because last week when I chose the background, I guess some of the options for languages didn't show up, so I changed my Draconic to Elvish, which makes sense anyways.
Yeah, that's fine.
Why would I know how to speak Dragon?
Yeah.
Dude, you've been hanging
So
with
I have a
Froyo. She's been teaching you lessons.
Yeah, now I'm talking about when I first came here.
Okay.
I did not realize my mic was not working half that time. But,
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that's the worst. I just yeah. Sorry.
That's okay.
For my question to you, my only question about this, like, can my hammers be treated as heavy since there's two of them, and I want to take advantage of Greater Weapon Master?
Let me figure out what Greater Weapon Master does. Hold.
It adds your proficiency bonus as extra damage. Like, and pretty much if you don't use that, like, I
Yeah.
don't really want Greater Weapon Master.
I'm gonna say no, but I will let you trade that feat out for a different one.
Okay.
And across the board also, for any of these like feats or anything, even like spells that have changed like their identity a lot, I'm more than happy with y'all changing them because you wouldn't have picked it in the first place, you know?
Yeah, I had to mess with my ability scores a little bit because now with picking the dwarf, I can choose my ability scores in D&D Beyond. Like, because you remember the races before, they automatically gave you some.
Right.
But now you can move them. So, I mean, the numbers are all the same except my charisma's up by 1.
Right.
I had to remath all of it out, but...
Yeah, I would, and I'm honestly like, I'm kind of fine with just letting y'all rebuild your characters in a way, but at level 15, I know it'll take a while, but I definitely understand that with things that have changed, you might be uninterested anymore, and so we can, I'm happy to adjust around that.
David.
Yes.
Yeah, I could, like, we'll talk, man. I could do a couple things, right?
Yes, there are many options.
To get back onto an homage to Old Fayo a little bit. Okay, anyways, yeah, later.
Anyone else? Anyone have anything? If not, then let's go and get started. What happened last time?
We were at the pond.
The swamp pond.
Swamp pond.
Yeah, and we told Manny not to use. Or we said not to use magic,
Yep.
and Thunder used magic.
And yeah, what happened after Thunder used magic?
Bunch of water creatures.
Yeah, you
unfortunately used magic when half the party was around the bend on difficult terrain.
Yeah, y'all were a little split up. Obviously you handled it gracefully, but it was more of a warning, right, than an actual threat. But you succeeded. You defeated the Mad Water, and what happened next?
Or up to that other room.
We found a table that looks similar to the valley or area we're in, the river basin we're in.
Mm-hmm.
There's some valves to interact with, but we didn't go any further past that.
Yeah, that's I mean, really that's kind of it. And we can start there and kind of refresh on what you see and everything. Is there anything else that anyone wants to have clarified or wants to bring up before we hop on in? Alrighty. Then, in that case, we will hop on in once I find the music that I want. Maybe this? So, you entered this room, and I'm going to re-describe it for you as you kind of peer inside. In this room, you can see at its back a very large, it almost takes up the entire back wall, kind of reaching up to the ceiling and covering everything behind, a gigantic water wheel. And you can see that the apparatus extends forward and is connected underneath this large oaken table in front of you. Somehow these two mechanisms are kind of intertwined. And you can see at which point the water wheel intertwines with the mechanisms of the table, because here at the table, and I can maybe even draw little circles to make it easier, are four like gears, I suppose, is the best way to describe them. Kind of like wooden dials, maybe. And there are four on each side, a little underneath this table, kind of like the handles to a foosball table almost, but imagine it underneath instead. And you can see that on the top of the table is a beautifully depicted diorama. Imagine almost like a Warhammer setup with realistic looking trees and mountains. It depicts a gorgeous sprawling jungle landscape. You can see where whoever built this tomb used sapphire crystals to create an empicturement of rivers flowing down the valley, all coalescing and moving off the diorama itself. Beyond these two focal points of the chamber, there's not too much else. There are statues that have been intricately carved, but beyond that, you can see that the room is quite empty. On either side of the walls, here and here, behind Ventus, are two large Ibris heads. You can see the crane head kind of coming out and their beaks curving downwards. And you can see that they kind of point to the floor with an opening. There's a dark opening, like the beaks are kind of open. They're not closed.
I mimic the statue.
You do a great job.
Alright, so if I'm looking at the map that I've drawn, and I'm looking at this map that's here, I guess, is there a way for us to look at that map?
Yeah, let me show you the map that you see here. You're gonna have to bear with me because yours truly drew it, but it's a pretty good representation of what you see.
Yours truly drew it.
You're just gonna have to use your imagination a little bit for the grandeur that I want you to imagine.
Whoa. Dude, my immersion.
Yes, yes.
Holy.
So you can kind of pull that out and maybe put it up in the corner, kind of, as you look at this room.
I'm just gonna put it on the actual table right here, and just overlay it. You know?
Sure. And unfortunately, your map isn't quite as large as this diorama, but yeah, you kind of lay it down over the models and the figurines and whatnot to kind of try and compare the two. What are you trying to compare?
Well, now looking at it, I'm trying to look at how these little rivers line up with the little levers on the side.
Okay, yeah. I think that you would see that it doesn't, at least like from its top, from the table itself, it doesn't look like they're necessarily like connected. It's not like there's like mechanisms going from one to another. But go ahead and roll me like an intelligence check, I guess, unless you can put this together yourself out of the game.
Easy, David. My specialty.
Whoa!
Okay. A casual crit.
With a plus
yeah,
6
I mean, you would notice, yeah, that's nice. You would notice that there are the river runs in a way that you could almost place it like directly on this table, right? So it flows from this side to this side, right?
Okay.
And so these tributaries, there are 4 tributaries on each side with 4 valves on each side. So it appears as though to you, Halbjorn, that there is a valve per tributary on each side of the table.
So I think just to see what it does, we should open all of these valves and then go turn the big valve. Just to see how that interacts.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
open all of
see how
these.
one of these little guys goes. Yeah, turn one of the little guys first. See what happens.
You want to
You
just
can
turn
stop.
one?
Yeah, just turn one little guy.
Alright, let's turn that one on. Or open that one up, and then I'll go turn the big one.
You're gonna turn them all on or just one? Sorry.
Just this one.
Just this one. So when you turn the valve on this one, it's like kind of stuck as you bend the wood. And you can see that in kind of I would say a magical way. This tributary on the far north right begins to like flow like light, like the sapphire crystals that have been kind of crunched up a little bit, to form the river, begin to kind of light up as you activate that tributary. And you said that you also turned the main mechanism here. You're muted.
Yeah, so we're trying to see how they interact, right? So.
Sure. And then when you go to turn the main mechanism, you can hear the grinding of stone. Like you can feel activity, almost like a small like engine hum in a way, as countless gears begin to turn behind the stone walls. And the group of you can see that from these 2 statues, water begins to spill out. And it spills out for about 30 seconds or so and begins to rise up to your lower shin. And then stops.
Is it affecting the map at all?
So the only thing that happened on the map was the one tributary that was lit up. Whenever you turn the main mechanism and the contraption fired and the water begins to fill, it deluminated, almost as though like it turned off.
Interesting.
Okay, so how high is the water we're standing in?
It's at about your
Ankle?
ankles, maybe a little bit higher than your ankles, like mid shin.
All right, so we don't have we can't keep doing that. What do you guys think?
Well, is it worth walking back to see if the door's open? We haven't done anything really. Because once again, this is the only door that was open, right? Like that got us into this chamber. This side of it.
Yep.
Yeah, we could look around more before we proceed, but I think we're going to have to guess again until we can get some more information.
Yeah, I don't. So what happens if I turn these 2 in the back?
You can see that. I wish I could like point to it on the picture. On the the tributaries that line up with those 2 valves both begin to like run and glow. Like the glow like almost runs down the tributary itself as though it's like filling with water, but it's like a light. So now these 2 are lit up, and I can even do something for you here.
Wait, what was that clue that we got, guys?
What clue?
From the fountain
Talking
down
about the
below?
pond or
Something about not using
in the
magic.
very beginning.
Yeah, it was about.
Yeah, the one that was in the pond from.
Yeah, it said don't use magic, basically, and then Thunder
I don't know,
did.
what was the rest of the clue?
I'm scrolling.
Yeah, I'm looking for it too.
I don't.
I didn't write anything on that.
'Cause I felt like it was something about whispers underneath.
Nope, I don't remember.
Well, I can tell y'all just personally, I don't want to walk around in this mail and this could get like this is already difficult terrain. Like I can't swim that great. I mean, I can. I'm pretty strong. Less water would be good.
What was that history check for, Joe?
Oh, to see if I could remember what that clue said.
Oh no, I
Yeah,
found it.
you have no idea.
I found it.
Copy.
That's just telling us that we had, like, if you use magic, it's like where the trickster flow or whatever, a whisper floats.
Beneath the water.
Whenever we cast magic, shit spawned out of the water and attacked us. I don't know if that has to do with this. So, okay, so if I turned on all of the valves, then all of the tributaries would light up that are aligned with the map, right?
Yeah, but if you did that, we're gonna fill up with water, right? That's what's happening here, right?
I mean, not necessarily. I mean,
Splashing around some ankle deep water. I don't know, guys.
I assume something bad happens if we put too much water. So the water is touching the wheel over here on the sidewall?
I don't know if it'd be. I mean, I guess it would be kind of touching the bottom, but
not enough to actually get it going?
no.
So what if we want more water to power the wheel?
Is the water level the same inside the building as the outside?
I would say that it's this room itself is kind of sunken, so it's not like flowing out directly. It's kind of like a small basin.
I think we need to interact with the correct valves and then turn on the big one. But if we don't, then more water comes in. If it's incorrect.
Yeah, I'll trust your.
But I don't know how, like, I don't know what that is, because if I open all of them up, then all of the tributaries light up. That would, but then there's no way the solution is turn all of them on. You know what I mean?
Maybe it's the order.
I mean, we don't have anything in here that's telling us any order, right? I mean, there's just not anything, right?
Right.
No clue of the pattern.
Let's look around before we do anything else, and if we don't find any leads, we'll come back.
We've already looked around everything that's open. There's the
I
first
really
room,
doubt
and
that
then the pond room, and then this room. There's not anything else that was open.
So I'll do a quick speed run and go back to the lobby to make sure there's no other open doors.
Okay.
I won't run, but I'll like back them up a little bit, get a little.
Yeah, don't go by yourself. That sounds like a bad idea.
I'm going slowly.
wait, which way is the back way back to the lobby?
And you can hear the others of you like trudging through the swamp, right? As you're trying to navigate your way through.
Okay, I want to turn on this one, open that one up, and open that one up.
Okay, let me make sure I got them all. So these two are currently on, right? And then you went this one and this one?
Yes.
This one. And this one.
And as Halbjorn has sweat beading up on his forehead, I kind of look back at the two that are still in the room, and then Thunder's probably not paying attention.
I'm just standing guard. I don't know what Halbjorn's doing, but I'm just like, please figure it out.
Yeah, I'm just watching too. I'm just kind of
My
like
logic here is based off of this art that I drew, quote unquote. There's two rivers that come near the edge, two tributaries that come near the edge, and that's what lines up with these. The other ones don't touch the edge of the map or stop in mountains. So that was my logic on that.
I imagine Azos pretending to be smart, just like shaking his head, like.
Of course, obviously. Yeah,
Yeah.
turn to what you call
I know what a tributary is.
And then I kind
Uh-oh. We lost you, Drew.
Oh, can you hear me? Sorry.
You kind of do what? What did you say?
I said that he's dead on.
Yeah, you turn it. And you can hear contraptions firing once again, right? And also, once again, you begin to hear the sound of pouring water begin to spill out from these fountains. The water is now at about your thighs or so, as it begins to spill out. And I would like for anyone who is proficient in survival to roll me a survival check.
Definitely not me. Dan, where's your Kizos with control water when you need them?
Wait, I have that.
You have control water?
Jaryu, you feel as though something is wrong as you're watching this water spill out into the room with you. You feel endangered.
Something's wrong.
We are in danger.
No, hey guys, I really didn't like it that time. Something's not right.
I really didn't like it that time.
I see a giant thing in front of me. Guys, danger.
And splashing out from the water is 2 water weirds that are going to attack the group of you in this water itself.
I told you.
Told you.
But because of that survival check, mechanically, the group of you are not surprised. From a mechanical standpoint. So, good job, Jaryu.
What did I just roll? Oh. Just kidding.
Another in a long line of terrible initiative rolls.
I might have accidentally brought you back out, so roll again.
Oh, I hit 2 by accident.
I was about to be so depressed if it didn't count that one, dude. Do we have the exact same dice, or are you?
No, I don't know why everyone's were black on the initiative roll.
Wait, why did everyone's look like mine?
Yeah, everyone's look like mine.
Everybody's look like mine.
Everyone's look like mine.
Oh yeah,
Everyone's-
still do.
Oh, it must be a bug with the
Yeah, everyone's looking like
the module. Yeah.
Why do we have the exact same dice, bro?
Dude, I was like, my dice are so specific. Who would copy me? Like, what the fuck?
Can you roll again, Hobjorn?
I probably thought I rolled, but I didn't.
Fair. Okay, Azos, we'll start with you.
Okay. Gonna go ahead and attack the one on top of Hobjorn instead of the one right next to me with a throw. Well, hold on. I'll bonus attack. I'll bonus action rage.
Okay. Let me rage you.
And I will attempt to... Where is it? I'm going to attempt to brutal strike. Which again, I can link.
Yeah, that would be great. Thank you. Just
So essentially,
get myself familiar.
I am recklessly attacking, but I am foregoing my advantage. So like I will recklessly attack, but instead of using advantage, I'm going to only roll 1 dice.
Gotcha. And they take an extra D10.
Yeah, and one thing I want to clarify on this, that this weapon does give me +2 to attack, but I didn't see it when I rolled it the first time. So do you want me to just add +2 to it before I roll, or do you want to try and fix it?
No, I see what the problem is. It should be good now. Let's try it.
Let's see what the problem is. David hates you.
Fair enough.
Fixed.
Hey, our dice are normal again.
See, it still didn't give it
Yeah,
to
it
me,
still
though.
doesn't have it.
Right? Yeah.
Huh.
I mean, I'm assuming that hits, but...
It does hit, but
Okay.
why?
Alright. And since it does hit, I want to use my improved... I want to use one of the feats from the improved Brutal Critical Strike, which I'll link.
Okay.
And I want it to be... Let me just double check. Sorry. Sundering Blow. So I want that Sundering Blow to take effect.
Cool.
And then I'm going to get an additional
Sundered.
D10, like, roll on this attack.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Very nice.
On the next attack, I want to use Savage Attacker.
Okay.
But I
Yes,
have
this is
to
your
roll
background feat.
Yeah, I have to roll to hit first. And I'm going to
He was
do the
attacking
Brutal
one
Strike.
on me, right?
Yes. Gonna
Oh,
brutal
excuse
attack.
me.
Yeah, sorry.
No, you're okay.
And I'm-
Paul Bjorn.
Same one. I'm going to do the
Okay.
same thing and attempt a Brutal Strike again.
Okay.
There it is.
That hits.
Nice. Thank you.
Yay.
Paul Bjorn does mentally note that Aslos chose to attack the one nearest Paul Bjorn and not the one right next to Aslos.
A
Like
conscious
respectful way,
decision.
He's like,
Yes.
And I'm going to roll this twice, David, and then whatever the
Okay.
higher one is.
Sure, I feel you. So 6. Oh, I see.
You,
The
you
full
see what I
roll.
mean? Like I
Yeah,
roll,
yeah.
I roll the damage twice, and whichever is like
Gotcha.
the higher of the two, that's the feat, the Savage Attacker. But yeah, so there you go.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and with that, I'll end my turn.
Okay, very nice, very nice. With that, it is this water weird's turn. And the water weird is going to try to constrict you. Torbjorn. Uh-oh. What does that mean?
He's immune to constricting.
hold on. What the hell is it? So everything moved.
I know. These next couple combats are going to be slow for everyone, myself included. I just got lucky that none of my monster things really changed.
Oh wait, he has to make an attack roll first. An attack
Okay.
roll.
He's going to attempt it.
That actually misses. Wait, no, my armor class should not be 11. It should be 16.
I trust you.
I have a barrier tattoo that gives me. Why is it
I
there?
see it here.
What was it?
I do. It's in your inventory. 15 plus your dex. Yes. So I will change it flat to 16.
Okay.
Okay, it misses. And so I think that it is then going to submerge itself in the water and go invisible.
Oh, David, so sorry to interrupt. I want
Mhm.
my two to be the lion and the wolf.
Okay. I will have to remember what those do, because boy, do
Yeah.
I not.
Essentially, any
Everyone has advantage.
ally has advantage against the one next to me, and
Okay,
the
cool.
lion, if has disadvantage against the ones that he attacks that aren't me.
Oh, that's a cool tank option. Okay, cool. I like that. Okay, Jen, it is your turn.
So I will pull out Light Snatcher and attack the weird in front of me.
With
Okay.
advantage.
Yes, you have advantage.
GG.
Nice.
That
Double
hits.
13.
That
Okay.
hits.
So I'm gonna use one of my D6 to attempt to trip this guy.
Okay.
Trip the water with.
Yeah.
Limit testing.
Don't try. You gotta try.
One sec. I accidentally closed the window. Oh wait.
Oh.
Trip. A DC 18 Dexter.
Okay. It fails, but it is immune to being prone. You kind of duck the short sword underneath it, and you kind of cut at its base. But you do still get to throw sneak attack die, just one less.
I think that worked quite right.
So that would be, I think that's just your light snatcher damage.
Mm-hmm.
And now roll your sneak attack damage.
Where would
I think just go to the actual. Yes. Yeah.
And
Oh man.
how do I configure?
Yes, I agree with you. I think you
Just
can do
take
minus
that off.
1d6 in the situational bonus. I actually think you can type minus 1d6.
Ah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It added one.
I said minus.
It did. We'll count it. We'll work through how to do that because I have no idea.
Hell yeah.
And that's my turn.
Okay. And because of your weapon mastery and the fact that you hit it and dealt damage,
Oh,
you
yeah.
have advantage against it on your next attack. It is vexed.
It's vexed.
You do anyway, but yeah, go. Yeah. Unless if it moves from me.
Oh.
Yeah,
I
it's
see.
5 feet.
I see. Interesting. Well, you have double advantage. Okay. Halbjorn, it is your
Halvor
turn.
grabs his broom and flies up to the top of the ceiling. Like, I'm scrunching my head up against it, like,
Uh-huh.
trying to just be like, get the fuck away from the water. And then I'm going to cast Ray of Frost. It's attack rolls, I get advantage because it's next to Aslos.
That definitely hits. That definitely does damage.
I always forget cantrips don't have all the fucking bonuses.
Yeah.
It's so dumb.
But, no wait, that's only water fountains. You do strike it though, as you blast your little ray of frost.
Okay, that's all I can do.
Does he partially freeze this time?
I thought he would, but that's the water elemental, not the water weird,
Gotcha.
for some
Weird.
reason.
Hoped.
It
Wow.
is weird. Speaking of weird, the water weird is going to try and attack you, Aslos.
Wait, I didn't get to go.
You're right. You absolutely did not get to go. Ventus, it's your turn.
Alright, well, I guess I'll just walk up to this water weird. I'm just gonna start laying down the hands. And this, oh,
Oh,
baby,
Oh god.
this will be lightning damage.
Oh,
Okay.
baby, a triple.
Oh, baby, a
nice.
triple!
And the sparks fly as you strike into this water weird, and go and describe how you kill it.
Yeah, just as I walk up super cool, like casually, and then I just like Falcon punch this thing, and it just obliterates as I punch through it.
Yeah, sparks fly outwards.
And then are we still surrounded by water? Like
Yes, you're about like thigh high in water.
All right, and then I will use my next attack to just like punch into the water,
Okay.
just like beneath me. And this is just like a four.
You
This will be
you hit
force
the water.
damage.
You hit it.
Okay.
It doesn't do anything, but you do hit it.
Okay. So,
But you
Take
do
that, water.
You do strike the water.
and then I'll just use my bonus action to activate my Kinku Cloak of Deception,
Okay,
and I'll just dodge. And that's it.
sounds good to me. And Jaryu, it's your turn.
I'm not gonna do anything.
Oh yeah, it's invisible. I forgot y'all can't see it.
So
By
I don't
you.
have. So I don't have blind sense anymore.
Let's see. I have no idea.
Yeah, I'm gonna go into the center of the room and prepare an action for when he shows up.
Okay, makes sense.
Standing on the table like Gimli
I
and
didn't
Yeah.
see it when I
let
was
them come.
looking through my sheet.
Yeah, I also don't see it, Jen. I don't think you have it.
I used to have it.
Yeah, you did. I'll look into this. Looking into this. Fail, it's your turn.
Is this difficult out here?
Yes, it is.
Okay. I will, I guess I'll just, use my action to dash in here, busting through trees. Can I get through the door?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, kind of nudge my way through and get up in here. Oh yeah, can't go through a door. So, well, where was I at? Oh shit.
I believe you're right here.
Right here? Actually, even if I double my speed, let me think. No, yeah, I could technically do it. Okay, 'cause that's still 30. They couldn't stop at their space, right? Boom.
Right.
And then once I get there, I'll take my last step that way.
Okay.
Well, technically, that's not difficult terrain, so I'll take one more step. And I have no idea what's going on, right? Reuse my action. I can't see anything, right?
Right. It looks like an empty room with water.
Okay. I'll hold fort and see if it attacks me. Whatever the thing they're fighting is, in turn.
Okay. Aslos? Or I guess, Thunder, are you here? Okay, Aslos.
I know it was kind of over near Obiorn, so I'm just gonna kind of like walk, like not like that. I'm gonna walk around the outside, like kind of swimming, or well, I guess just running through the water.
Sure. It's the water weird's turn, his big turn, and it's going to reveal itself and try to attack Ventus.
Wow.
Going to try to
Disadvantage.
constrict you.
Oh.
It would normally have advantage, so this is just canceled out. Just a normal roll.
Okay, that hits.
19? Okay. So you're going to take 10 damage,
Boo.
and you are grappled and pulled 10 feet or 5 feet towards it, so you're already next to it, so it doesn't really do anything. Grappled and restrained.
I have the calmest expression on my face. I'm just waiting for the rest of my team to finish this off
For
me.
the squad. And I mean, he did reveal himself, so Jaryu, you prepared an
Yeah.
action. You can go ahead and take that.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I'm gonna like almost before I even see him, I just start swinging.
Preemptive.
Oh!
And that's what I get.
Damn, I
But-
should have had you do an extra plus 5 because you do
that,
get that against him.
13 actually hits.
Oh,
Ooh.
Oh shit.
If you
Shit,
attack
son.
it again, you do get plus 5 due to my Sundering Strike forever ago. So
Describe how you kill it.
Yeah!
just recklessly as I'm swinging my sword. It's similar to how I killed the first one that I did, where it just like Relimax reaches out and just like intertwines his kind of
Yeah.
ethereal smoke into its being and just sucks it up.
It's a big sucky. It's a little unceremonious. as they just kind of meld back into the water. I think probably more notably than this very fast encounter is the fact that the water has not lowered at all. It is still exactly where it was. Or I guess where it rose to, right? It's now at about your thighs.
I have
Was
one
it
more
like ankle deep
guess.
out there?
I have
I
one
keep
more
punching
guess
the
on
water.
this, and then I'm out of ideas because I second guessed something on the last time I did this based off this river map. But I can try it again, but obviously if I mess up, it's gonna be more water. But
Wait,
your guess?
these
David.
3 valves, and then so basically the same ones I opened last time, but I'm adding that third one.
And what's your reasoning?
For those of you that
The
need
other,
this again.
the other 3 valves have rivers that go into the mountains. The other valves that I have opened are going out of the map. That is my reasoning.
I can dig it.
Wait,
I
so
second guessed that third one because it didn't look like it was going to the edge of the map necessarily, but it's not going into the mountains. So
so the first 2 on the top here,
first
and
3.
then first 3,
Right. I did the first 2 on the top last time, and then these 2,
and then these 2.
and that didn't work. So I second guessed that other one because it wasn't in the mountains, but it's also not going off the page. But I guess neither is the other one on the bottom left. So maybe this one should be open then. That's my last guess that I have on that.
Can I ready an action to attack if another thing pops out?
Yeah, I would allow that. I'm gonna unrestrain you here.
Lyle, your picture of the monk punching the water barrel.
That's what I'm doing right now. I'm guarding the room.
That's awesome. Alright, so I'll try that. These 2, and then the top 3 right here.
Okay, so let me.
The rest are shut off because they're going to mountains.
So this one. This
Yep.
one.
Why are we doing not the mountains?
That's just a guess I'm making.
Oh, okay. Well, I was gonna say because we could, if we still have the ability, we could try the opposite.
Yeah, well, if it goes up again, we're probably going to be chest high. So we'll have at least one more after that.
As I say that, David, out here, is it like higher than it was now? Like the whole, like outside of the room, you know what I'm saying?
Water is kind of beginning to overflow.
Yeah, I can see it coming from there into this room, and
Alright,
okay.
try it.
Let me get in here.
I will also ready an action to attack a weir.
Yeah, let's spread
And
out a little bit.
Everyone
Aim.
with ready to actions.
Everybody.
I'm going to as well, yeah.
I won't because I'm the one turning the wheel.
We'll get Thunder in, and he will also go ready in action. Why not? Okay. You pull the crank, or you turn the crank, turn it over, and once again you hear the sounds of the mechanism firing as water begins to pour in once more. The water now comes up to, it's not quite chest, it's maybe just like waist, maybe like your belly button, as it pours in deeper.
I punched
And
the
you
water.
can see that that the table itself is now getting like kind of close to the water level, but you can see that this has been caked in, built in, and that the table is like kind of beginning to float up with the water. It's not going to become submerged over. It's going to rise
Smart.
with the water level. Oh, and let me turn all these off.
When I click over to the other map, I see like a bunch of fog of war. Is it possible we can see like the up to I'm at?
you can only see what you've mapped.
I thought we've mapped a whole bunch.
Now it could be that the thing is broken since the update. So let me look at it.
I rolled a survival check to predict how many guesses we have left.
Okay.
That's everything we mapped, right?
Yeah, the map looks good.
Yeah.
And that's
Now
one
I
of
can
the.
see it.
Okay, now
Oh,
you're
one
able to
of
see
the
it.
globe. Gotcha.
So
I
I'm
can
thinking
see it. That's
maybe
what
this
we did.
map corresponds with the map on the table,
Yeah.
Well, it does.
Yeah, you
We
can see
determined
that-
that
right?
before we
And
started
Yeah,
it.
you can see this. Where we're at is that one leg of the map, like the third one on the top side.
This
Or
is
the fourth.
this second valve tributary on the top. The other one we can't see on the map that we have here.
so
This is the one that goes into the mountain.
Are you sure that's the second, or is that the?
Well, this one's got squigglies on it, and the one in their drawing has squigglies on it.
It looks like it could be the second for sure.
On the top.
Yeah, on
Yeah.
the top.
Yeah, I agree. That looks good.
Yeah. So we're like in the middle of the first and the second one in this temple, right?
Yeah.
That's where we're at.
And then the one that goes to the portal on the map is the second one on the bottom.
Yes.
And that weird, yeah, because that's the weird mountain thingy there.
So
The cool rock.
do we think one of the locations corresponds to the temple we're at now?
Yeah, the second top.
And where else would be significant to the Iblis? Like their village, maybe?
Yeah, or the port. Well, the portal would be the second bottom.
The village is off of the portal one. It's at that fork. This one.
The second on the bottom is their
Yeah.
village, right?
Yeah.
That's the one that goes to the portal. The other one we can't see. We haven't been there yet.
Uh,
All right.
Alright, well. You guys picked this time. I've picked 3 times and failed, so. Well, I picked 2 times. One of them was a see what happens thing.
Well, why don't we just try to light them all up?
That's why I suggested at the beginning. Everyone's like, no, don't do that.
Down and light them all up.
Oh no, I just closed that up.
What's the
we
worst
gotta
that can
try-
happen?
I mean,
More
the
water?
worst is we got to swim our ass around. I feel like I gotta take this armor off. If we're gonna,
We
like,
all
go.
die. David gets his final wish.
In a puzzle room.
It'd be pretty fitting, honestly.
Truly
And
a black
we were the
dragon.
black dragons all along. The diamond fades away, and we are the black dragons all along.
It's black underneath.
Based on my survival roll, how many guesses do we have?
Oh, I'm sorry. Based on your survival roll, so you would guess at the rate that it's filling each time that you probably have 2 more guesses until things are dire. Like life-threatening.
Let me get this right.
Let's do them all.
All right, let's do. If y'all want, let's do them all. I mean, we're supposed to get this wheel turning, right? Nothing's moved that wheel this whole time, right? Is that?
Yes, yeah. You have not seen the wheel move yet.
Yeah. If you say 2 times, then I'll. Yeah, let's do it. All of them.
We're out of other ideas.
Okay.
Okay. You, I'm not going to change the color on all of them because that's a lot of work. But you turn all of them, and I want to remind you that whenever you turn one, you turn it on, it it fills right with light to match the river in the middle. So it almost looks as though like the river kind of like turns on or becomes alive whenever you turn its valve, and the light of that little tributary flows into the main river as the light continues down. So whenever you turn all the knobs on, you can see that all of the tributaries turn on and begin to twinkle and fill kind of like with an illusory water of sorts, making this valley almost look alive and real. And as you turn the water wheel again, more water begins to spill outwards.
No.
And the group of you can feel it kind of begin to rise. It's about a human chest now. Dwarves, you're on tippy toes.
I'm riding on Aslos at this point.
Yeah, Aslos, you're fine, but you realize in this room you only have so much room. There's not a lot of room.
Yeah.
And with this turn, this door seals.
Oh shit.
Oh
Oh
god.
no.
How do I see the current?
Philo, you
summon?
have the
Yeah, can you take us
What
there?
happened?
Oh, yeah.
you have another
The
teleport,
door's
right?
sealed. We're all stuck
Yeah, I
in
do.
here, and if we mess up one more time, we drown.
I mean, yeah, technically
This
I
is what you
have
wanted?
one.
Wait.
No, I
back
wanted
to
to
the
go back
river.
to the scene.
Oh, sorry. Let me bring you back. Here.
Thank you.
Pretty
Wait, no, we long rest. Yeah, I can do it twice.
Do what twice?
No teleport.
Oh.
And,
Ow.
Jar you. What are you wanting to investigate?
Good luck.
It's like there's a lot of water in here.
I don't think I've ever seen -1.
Beautiful.
I don't even have words for what I want to investigate.
So
David.
I would love to paint this scene.
I was gonna attempt to like look around again for clues, more clues in the room, and like maybe swim down. And I don't know now that the room's filling up, but
Yeah, you kind of scan and see that there's a lot of water in here. The table is rising with you, which is nice.
yeah, I'm sitting on the table. I'm just
Halbjorn, you are trying to perceive. What are you looking for?
I'm trying to look at this puzzle and see if any of these clues make sense to me. Based off of what we have learned.
Oh,
15,
and you can see
unlock any information.
you can see that the mechanism when fired and the water fills, and these knobs reset. So does the light that's filling these artificial rivers, right? These crystalline rivers. So now the only one that is lit up and flowing is the main river in the middle, right? That they're all feeding into. And all the others are kind of dormant and dimmed. They're not turned on.
Is this wheel over here like movable at all now that the water is like filled up the room?
I mean, yeah, it's not like locked in place, but it takes a lot of effort to turn. It doesn't feel right. It's not.
Okay.
I don't want to distract you.
how high are
I
the
want to try to
ceilings?
swim to the front again. We've done things, and I'm splashing and barreling through. Is this door? Can I get through this door?
Oh, this door, no.
It's sealed. That's what you said earlier.
What?
Can I try to like maybe pick the lock
Oh.
if that's possible, or investigate the door?
Yeah, that's why we need you to teleport us in case.
Yeah, you can roll an investigation check, Jen.
Just a minute ago, I was out there and it was great. I should have stepped all the way in here.
You were in chest high water out there too. So.
You begin to kind of mess with the door, Jen, just to see if you can feel any kind of mechanism, any kind of hardware that would allow you to access opening it. And you find it actually kind of the same as when you first approached it. It's like a flat surface. It's a sealed door, not a mechanized door.
Guys, there's no way out.
How high are the ceilings in here?
They're tall like everything else in the Ibris temple. Probably like 10 feet or so. Tall room.
And the water is at what? Like we're saying 4.5 feet. If the dwarfs are like tippy toed.
This tall? How tall is this? Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Like four. We'll say 4.5 feet.
Okay. I'm gonna climb the wall with my slippers of spider climbing to the very tippy top of the room. And
I
just
want to
stand
float
the
on
wall.
top of the water like a duck, and I'm just chilling, or like a seagull.
Guys.
While he's doing whatever that's going on, I'll cast off my armor and put it in the bag of holding if that's possible.
Yeah, you begin to kind of unfasten, remove. It takes off a lot of weight, so that's good. I mean, that's 60 pounds that you are now free of.
Yeah, now it's at my chest. I don't like it.
You are
Not good.
exposed.
I'm exposed. If there is time, I will pull out my breastplate though. That's okay.
Fael, you might want to ready that teleportation spell.
I got it ready. I mean, the helmet's still on.
I
No
know.
one
Just
has any suggestions.
I'm staring at the map.
I don't
and
know what
scratching
to
my
do.
head.
I mean, now that you've lit the center up of the thing, that seems good. Like that's cool. That's the first time that's happened, right? But I don't know what to do
No, the
next.
center's been lit the whole time, right?
Yeah.
I thought it was just each of the little tributaries would light up, and that's
When
about
we
it.
turned the valves, those lit up, but the center was always lit up.
Um.
Once we turn the knobs, can we turn them off again?
You can, yeah, you can kind of play with them.
Turn them all off. What happens
Yeah,
then?
they automatically turn off whenever you fail.
They're already
So-
all off. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm wondering.
So like, can we try starting in the top left because that's where the river starts, and then flowing down to the second bottom one? I don't know.
I mean, that's a thought. Like, hit the first one, let it roll. Maybe water doesn't come in here. It's just there. I don't.
Well, maybe there's like a visual clue at the main river if we get the right valves on. You know, like.
Yeah, wait a minute. We don't have to turn that wheel, right? And they're lighting up before we turn the wheel. Is that what's happening here?
Right.
I've been more worried about things popping out of here. Yeah, can we do that?
Do what?
Play with stuff. Can we turn these knobs without turning the wheel, the big wheel?
Yeah, we can turn them on and off.
And they light up in different combos.
That still causes the water.
No, only
really?
if you turn the final wheel. I was
Yeah,
just
the
saying, can
big
you turn
one
them?
does the water.
Yeah, can you turn these little knobbies and then turn them off again? I'm wondering if there's a visual clue on the main river. If we get the right valves on. You know, like
Okay,
right
so we
now
could
it's lit
do
up, but maybe it
do
lights up a
Jen's thing
different
right
color.
now,
Or...
and we could do Jen's thing and start from the furthest out river and do 1, 2, but never turn the water on and see if the lights do something weird.
So I'll activate this one.
That'd be closest. Wait, no. I get it. And then we turn another one. Do we see that light up?
Yeah. Do we see anything happen when we turn on just one without water?
You would just see the river of that one, kind of the light begin to flow, and it as it turns on.
As I see them turn one on with Obion like on my head, I'm going to go over to Fayu, just like in prep.
Yeah.
So the first one is currently on. I don't understand where I'm reading. Turn all the top ones on.
Okay.
Anything?
Hold on. Let's go back and look at the rivers again.
I can bring y'all over.
How much of this map is left to be discovered, David?
I would say that you have everything you need to solve this.
So it's like, what are these major, like, what could be significant to the Iblis? Like this thing.
Yes.
Well,
This is the portal.
if this is everything we need to solve this,
portal.
there's not a river up here.
Yeah, and this tributary
And in the map,
doesn't
David,
split.
can you show the drawn map again?
Yeah. And I just kind of resized mine and put it up in the corner.
Yeah, I've had it too. I just didn't know if anyone
So-
else did.
If
But
this
like, you
was
see
the,
how? So we have this one that we determined we know is the river. That's the second valve, right?
oh,
I
wait a
believe
second.
so. I mean,
But
I
there's
can't
not
see
a
how.
river here.
Wait a minute, but look at how the tributaries join before they hit the main river. So all 4 on the top, and then the right 2 on the bottom. The 3 and 4 on the bottom. Then the other 2 are the only 2 single tributaries.
Right, but what I'm saying is this river does not exist in the drawn map.
Or it's not
The
significant
first
towards
valve
the
one is
answer.
not there. There's not a river there.
Yeah, but if we walked over the other side of the temple, I would point my finger where the river's at. Well, then we would maybe see the river, right? Like we.
Not if the
So we
DM
have-
just said we have everything we need right here.
That could just be not significant for the answer, but still be there.
Yeah,
I'm thinking it's going to be significant.
And what
places.
about this? Go ahead, Sergeant.
No, that's all I was going to say.
What about the temple? No, because I mean that was some other creature. The Naga was in that temple. That's like close to
what
rivers.
landmarks have we seen? We've seen the Iblis village. We've seen the spooky cave where we saw the monster god. Anything else?
And the Naga's temple. Well, I don't know if it was his, whoever put him in that temple, right?
Yeah, Oral Lunga.
Or Lunga.
And then Firefinger.
And that cool rock. There was a cool rock above.
Yeah, that cool rock. It had scratches on there.
Yeah. Big beast.
Can you
I
take
don't
me
know.
back to the
scene.
temple?
Sure.
Okay, let's see the valves.
Cool.
Are you thinking we should just try and turn on the ones that are split up?
well,
I don't know. Have anything to back this up, but I'm thinking that we're going to light up one on each side. But again, nothing to back that up at all.
yeah, but yeah, I'm just looking for a pattern. So like, there's the 3 splits, right? Where like, and there's the 2 singles. So
Can we turn it on and then just see what happens with the
Yeah.
light?
yeah, can we light up the bottom 2 left ones, David?
Yeah.
The 2
Okay,
singles.
I'm gonna make this match the river says a map that we just had. So this one, this one, the portal one, that's also the Ibris village, and then this one. None of the rest of those are on the river says a map. Like, none of the other ones have water shown on that map anywhere.
So we really think it's 1 on each side.
No, that's just a guess I threw out there.
Or Or what's missing on the River Seza map compared to this map?
Nothing, because the DM told us that everything we needed was on that map.
Yeah, I understand that, but what I'm saying is like that it clearly doesn't match, right? Like we know that we assume that the second one on the top is the
With
one by the
these lit
temple.
up now, does this match
Let,
what's the
wait,
river
let me
says
finish,
it?
Jacob. The second one on the top is the one that we think is by the temple, but then the third and fourth on the top, there's not a split tributary on the River Seza map, right?
Exactly. There's one tributary going to the east.
Yeah, so then you want to try 2, 4 on the top. That's what you want to try, and then you want to try 2 and 4 on the bottom. Let's try it.
DM's pinging here. What does that mean?
Okay, I was trying to deselect the big tile and I couldn't do it, so I was just clicking like crazy. Okay. You go over to the big wheel once again and you crank it and you hear again the same mechanical sounds that are beginning to fire. And differently this time, the water wheel itself slowly begins to turn as it's slowly beginning to pick up momentum. And as it's turned, it's scooping up water and water wheeling. It's moving water.
Is the water level still high? Like, is it draining or anything?
It's slowly draining, yes, but more importantly, probably is this door.
Whoa!
Okay. Ooh.
Got him.
I
You're a
immediately get
genius.
out of there.
Damn, good job, yo.
Yeah. As Halbjorn leaves, I just give him a high five.
And everyone runs.
My brow is full of sweat, not water from the room.
And now what? We got to go back to the lobby to check if it's.
Yeah. I bet we opened the door.
Well, why don't we go check on that waterfall thing?
And Jaryu, I saw that you kind of poked your head around there. I think that you would be able to see and hear, honestly, that at this Thunderjell's torch here, at the fountain, the water feature, these running rocks that at one point you could tell had cascading water, are beginning to be a fountain once again. And you watch as the water is kind of beginning to spill into this to this pond. And as it's doing so, it's purifying the pond, and all of the plants, magically so, are kind of beginning to come back to life as they are revitalized. And glowing here in the middle is this fish that is, imagine like Harry Potter style, like kind of like moving. It's still a statue, but it's like kind of like alive. And as it sees the group of you, it kind of slips into the water and swims to you as it puts itself up on the edge of the pond for the group of you, kind of like offering itself.
I pick it up.
Yeah. And it's just kind of not wriggling, but just kind of, I mean, it feels like almost kind of alive. It's like a stony fish for you to take.
Is Thunder here? Can you talk to it? Thunder?
No thunder.
I pet the
But actually, thanks to some 2024 changes, Aslos can now speak with animals.
What?
I was about to say, I think I can actually, but yeah.
How?
We don't need thunder anymore.
Thanks to his some wild spirit thing. Nature, no. Animal speaker.
Yep. I'm amazing. What can I say? Actually, I could speak with animals before. That actually would.
Ah, fuck. Well, he still can, and he's still doing it.
Yeah. But I
and
don't have to
you,
touch them now. Interestingly enough, I
Oh,
don't
that's
know why
nice.
that is, but
You reach out to the stony fish, and whenever you kind of connect with it, it looks to you as it's kind of wiggling its tail in Jaryu's hand.
and I kind of look around at everybody. I'm like, what do you want me to ask it?
Did he open any doors for us?
Yeah, and then the first thing I'll ask, like, what can you? What is your purpose? What can you do for us?
I wasn't expecting this. The fish looks to you and speaks softly in your mind. You'll need me to continue.
Do we continue to hold you, or do we put you down into the water?
No, you will need me.
He's coming with us?
All right, pick him up.
Yeah,
He's
and then
coming
I
with
kind
us.
of just he's coming with us, like, and I'm reiterating with it. So,
And Jaryu, he was in your hands. Do you pocket him, or what do you do with him?
Yeah, I just shove him in my bag.
No, let's
And
go
as
check
soon
the
as he says you need me, you just kind of.
Does it do? No, okay, never mind.
What,
And then
you want-
I imagine my eyes that were glowing blue just instantly shut off, and we just keep moving.
Connection tethered, and he's gone.
Wait, did you still want to talk to him?
I mean, what do you want me to ask him? I don't know.
I mean, I know we know he's a key. Let's go.
Yeah,
let's go.
Don't have some water in your bag, though. I mean,
You get the magic fish.
right
It's
out.
okay.
I mean, he's not a real fish. He's made of stone. He doesn't need water.
It's true. I guess he
He
doesn't
can
need
talk,
water.
so.
Wait, Aslos, where's your bag of goop? You want to throw him in there?
I
Don't
kind
put
of
him in some more gross.
in hearing what he is saying to me, I am going to take my hole out of my bag, dip it into the water, like get a massive scoop of water, I imagine, and then I'll just throw the fish in.
All right. There. Is everyone happy? Is everyone placated now that the stonefish has a pond?
And the fish is
So
just kind of just wiggling in the pond.
Inside the hole.
Yeah,
We're just watching. I'm just watching it.
Pond.
And imagine I fold it up, and you can just, I kind of have it sticking out of my bag a little bit, and you can just like look in, you see the fish in there.
Alright, let's check these doors.
All right. I'll check this left one.
I'm missing one of my lanterns. I can't grab it.
The left door is locked, guys.
I'll check this one.
I'll check it out for you. Oh. And you do see that this door now opens.
This way? Yeah, all right.
As the
Take
group
last.
of you continue. I'm going to take Thunder's torch off and give it to one of you, because he wanted to use his produce flame, but I don't feel like moving him around, so...
Give it to me.
Fael, congratulations.
On somebody
Oh,
else.
I
Fael.
can't see.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
perfect.
I can't see. I
Does
need
Fael have
light.
any like random pole arms sticking
There
out of
you
the
go.
back or anything?
I mean, you can put it on my glaive, but it might get smashed. Fine.
It's just a magical mote of light. I don't think that'll matter.
Oh, I didn't know if it's, like a piece of, glass or
And as the group of you kind of peer into this next chamber, you can see that it is an especially long hallway. Like all the other rooms in this temple, it is very high ceilinged, maybe 12 feet high ceilings. Okay. I'll move it over. And you can see that lining the walls here are magical braziers that must have been lit for centuries now, as they kind of crackle with an arcane flame. You can see that also up against them, every 5 feet or so, are massive statues that rise up 11 to 12 feet in the sky. And I want you to imagine these not as people, but as giant cranes that loom over you. It definitely gives you the sense of of petiteness, and especially Ventus. I think you would recall on the first time that you encountered the Ebrees, and just the imposing nature that they have. Right, they are domineering and look down on you both physically and emotionally.
I want to fly up to the shoulder and perch up on top of it and show who's boss.
And you perch, and for a moment, you have control.
And I'll just like wait here as the team passes by.
I'm riding on Aslos' shoulders. Hobyorn is not above that.
And you can see that this hallway just kind of continues into darkness.
I guess I'm gonna just go up to the door that I see at the end.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say, Albion, do you want to magic check this, or should we just go for it?
Jin, check it for traps.
Yeah, I'll check the door out. Is it the same kind of smooth face door?
Yeah, it is.
So
Are there
I
any
don't.
magical? anything
Yeah,
on
there's not
this?
much I can do here, but I'll check it out.
You can check for practical traps. I can only check for magical stuff.
Yeah, the two of you try to investigate the door together. Jin, you once again don't really find any mechanical traps. There's nothing mechanical here that gives you pause. And Hallbjorn, I think that you would detect that there is like a magic to the door. I think that's as far as you would be able to get with an Arcana check.
Yeah, but is there like any magical glyph or anything on there we need to be worried about?
Nothing visible, no.
I'm gonna just open the door.
Or I guess not. Also invisible. There's no
Do it.
glyphs. Do you open it?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and step in.
And you see another magnificently large hallway. This one is even grander than the one previously, and it stretches off an even farther distance. You can see that it's kind of in the same style as the one before. It is large, magnificent, and the statues that line this hallway now rise a good like 15 feet or so. It is very clear to you that the Ebrees have put a lot of time and adoration into just the design and the craftsmanship of this tomb.
These guys are so full of themselves. They're so cool because they're so big. And I fly on
Yeah,
top
I've
of
never
this
seen
thing.
any other bird temples.
Yeah, and now that I'm in this massive room, I want to I'm going to use one of my new abilities. And I want to increase my form
Oh?
to a large form.
Damn.
And I want to go up to like 15 feet from this. Like, I want it to actually be like, I look like a small giant.
Let me bump you off for just a second, Halbjorn, as I make him big.
This lasts
And-
10 minutes.
Okay, start
He's huge.
the timer.
Can I
Actually, I'm
enlarge
gonna try
myself
something. Hold on.
So I like, try to look as imposing as Aslos?
Yeah, I'll let you use your Duergar thingy. I'm gonna see something as this. Oh, it doesn't
Hobyorn will
actually make you
say
large.
in giant because I can speak it.
Oh.
Basically, just say like you're an impressive warrior or something like that.
And I like am able to say back like in like in giant. Like, except it actually sounds like that deep booming voice. Not that it wasn't already loud. I say, I appreciate you, intelligent one. And then I kind of like pick him up and put him on my shoulder again.
Hell yeah.
Now he's like 15 feet up.
Yeah, and I keep thinking of all of the water in the other room, and I'm like, I like being 15 feet up. This is nice.
And
I just
I'll look
realized-
around the room. Is there anything of significance in here?
Yeah, the only beyond just like the architecture itself, probably the greatest thing of note is here at the other end of the temple or of this hallway. Here, a large altar, not so dissimilar from the one that you saw whenever you walked in. In the middle of the altar are two things. Kind of on the front face of it is again another inscription in Orin. If you would like to read it, Ventus. Let me find that language. There it is. And paste it for you.
I can't read this.
That's so funny. Okay, hold on. I can't read this. And now you can?
Yes. Oh
Okay.
my gosh. Alright, get the pen and paper out. Guys. Woe to the feet that wander near into the tomb where none revere. Papazotl, whose wings stretch wide, commands the earth, the sea, the sky. He bows to none and bids you kneel, your worth to him a fleeting deal. Judge of strength, though weak you seem, even victors fear his dream. Mock him not, for pride will fall, the crane of might awaits your call. Turn back or face his cold disdain, within his grasp you'll rise in vain. It seems threatening, but I don't understand. So
And you can
I'm too
see
focused on the
that on
translation.
on the altar itself, very similar to the fish that you now have with you, the little stonefish that you have, is a large stone like clam mollusk. And you can see that it is also kind of like alive. It's kind of opening its its little mouth and kind of clicking.
Grab it.
I pick it up and I hand it to Aslos.
And I pull the fish out, like, from the water, like, in the hole. And I, like, kind of, and I'm kind of like, what now?
And as you kind of introduce the fish to the clam, you can see the fish look at the clam like almost excitedly. A lot of things happen at once. Whenever you take the clam off of the altar, the door behind you seals and locks. And the group of you would see that slowly you are hearing the sound kind of grinding stone. And I think it would become quite apparent to you what that sound is coming from as the statues behind you slowly begin to turn alive and animate as the cranes begin to defend their temple. And I need initiative from all of you.
Oh, great. Take any statues.
Pick up the clam, they
It
said.
was meant to be.
Pick up the clam, they said.
I mean, yeah, you say that. So it only does it when we're doing initiative. It's all my dice again, but it's only on initiative.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
same.
agree. Only initiative, which is super weird.
And then this time around, my button was gone, so I just like clicked empty space and it just rolled it for me.
Huh.
And, like, before I imagine things happen, like, as I imagine they, like, kind of animate, I drop the clam and the fish into the hole with the pond water in it.
And here we go. We need good combat music for this one.
See, now, David, in weird fashion, your dice are the same. Just
Huh.
not anybody else's.
That is interesting.
David set up a setting where all of our dice suck. That's why we keep
All right.
rolling low. Obviously.
Yes. You've discovered my my plan. And Jin, it's your turn.
All right, I'll just attack the one right next to us.
Okay.
The golems are not showing up for me. Like they're there, but the picture isn't
Yeah,
there.
I can't see the art or anything if there is any.
And I'm actually
Really?
gonna use Light
I can
Snatcher's
see.
ability.
Okay. Hold on to that thought.
Okay.
You can't see them at all?
Let's
Do you
take-
see this
let's
little
take
guy
a
walking
screenshot.
around?
I see.
No.
I can hover over it and
I'll
see
see
a red
it.
box that says unharmed, but I can't see any.
Yeah, I see what Jacob sees.
Yeah, I can't see it either. Yeah.
That's weird. I see.
Huh.
I can
And
see
even
it.
in the initiative tracker, it's like a JPEG, like not
Yeah,
loaded
missing
image.
Jacob. Yeah.
Missing JPEG.
Try and give me maybe a quick refresh.
You think this is my fault, David?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Man, that like full kicked me out. That refresh.
Yeah, same.
Big refresh.
Du-du-du-du-du-du-du. Who is
And
Hollow
it's gone.
Pavel? Pavel. Hollow this Pavel.
Oh, that's one of my other players.
He has the second most hours in here. What the hell did he do in here?
Yeah, I have no idea what the fuck he's doing.
He's dissecting all of David's match. dude.
Yeah, it's like a little
He
concerning.
comes in, he's like refreshing all of his spell slots without telling David, and like
Yeah.
He's trying
like,
to get
I
more
haven't
hours
used any
than
of my
David.
spells yet, David. It's like last session you used 15 of them. What do you mean?
Something's a little sus, if you ask me.
It's like,
Oh, here
what
they
is he
are.
doing? Oh, there they are.
Okay, nice,
They
cool.
look way cooler.
Whoa.
Than nothing.
Yeah, they're kind of nice, huh? Okay. You want to place darkness, do you?
Yes.
Do you?
Around myself in a circle.
Okay. Let's we have something cool for this. Please hold.
So these are all
Please
different Ibris warriors and various different stages, ways of fighting or whatever.
Right, they look much cooler. IRL. Stone Ibris warriors instead of these big things. Just a second, please. Okay. And we have darkness.
Whoa!
And then my attack on the giant.
Okay, that hits.
Okay, this time I'm gonna try to trip the giant. By
Okay.
spending one of my sneak attack. Let me go back to my character sheet. He needs to make a DC 18 dex save.
Okay.
Ugh. I can't see anything except myself now. I guess because I'm in darkness.
That's right. That is the darkness effect.
Oh.
Don't worry,
okay.
guys. It's protecting us. Now the giants can't see.
Yes, that is the actual darkness now.
Cloak yourself in the darkness.
They made it to where it can be you can make a light source darkness, which I think is pretty cool. Okay. Dex save. It fails. It's tripped. It is prone now. It falls to the ground.
I wish I knew which one got tripped.
It's the one to my
Here's
right.
some flattered.
Wait, ping.
Jin yells out frustrated. It's the one to my right.
Wait, now
I don't
don't
remember
I
where
have,
you were in relation to me.
Oh wow,
Don't-
that's some damage.
Damn it.
don't we have
Oh wait, I
tremor
sent
sense?
David a screenshot of what I saw before.
Or did that go away with the new rules?
Sorry, what was that?
Do we still have tremor sense?
You do. It is underneath your stone cutting action. Bonus action, excuse me.
Oh,
But
so I have
this
to
jar,
cap?
you get it, because he had it innately before, right? Like I
Yeah.
have it now because of the dwarven thing, but he had it
Well,
before
no.
because of his armor or something.
Yeah, but I switched my breastplate.
Yeah, we replaced that armor. Kind of for this,
Okay.
because it would make this worthless. But so on your turn, you will have tremor sense. Yes. Okay. Jin, anything else?
I'm gonna use my bonus action to attack with Umbra on the guy who's now prone.
Okay. And because of the Nick weapon property, this actually is now part of your action, and you can still use your bonus action.
True. And because he's prone, does it auto hit?
You can see
you would
him.
have advantage. I believe you have disadvantage because of the darkness, so I think it's just normal.
Okay.
And that does not hit.
It's too dark.
It's just too dark. Just too dark.
And then I'll just defensively stay where I'm at in the
Okay.
bonus.
Ventus, it's your turn.
Okay, I'm going to fly straight up and try and fly out of the darkness to see.
Fly out of the darkness. Is there any Z action? That's what I'm trying to see here.
Yeah.
15 radius sphere.
So 15 feet up.
Yeah, you'd have to go 15 feet up.
Okay, I'll just like fly up with the intention of flying towards a statue when I see one.
Okay, I'll bring you here then.
Okay, I will. Okay, I'm gonna perch on top of the statue.
I guess that's fine.
Okay.
I don't know if there are any rules about sitting on someone. I think it's okay.
Okay. Just from like I'm just gonna give it the hands, cause.
Yeah.
What the stony boy.
Yeah, perch on his shoulder and beat the shit out of it.
Yeah.
There's just gonna be force damage.
Okay, nice. Okay, very nice.
The next attack.
And that does hit.
And then for my bonus action. Oh. Hold on, I gotta find it. I can't find it. Where's my step to the wind? I guess it's just.
It's incorporated in something else.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, I found it. It's in my monk's focus. And I'll step to the wind to disengage and fly away. I want to fly away back to the behind the plaque thing that I was at. And that'll be my turn.
Okay, and Aslos, it's your turn.
So kind of just in the direction that, I'm being told, like to the right or whatever, I'm just gonna throw an axe, or throw my hammer rather. Yeah, just kind of in the general direction I think it might be.
Okay.
Not gonna do anything fancy.
And that'll have disadvantage because of the darkness.
Oh.
Damn, my bad.
Which is a bummer. And it flies out and you don't hear any connection. Your hammer magically returns to you. So it's not like you drop it or anything, but there's you don't hear the dong.
Yeah, and I'll try once again.
Okay. And this time, whenever you cast it out, you hear the telltale sign of the hammer striking the stone.
Alright.
Gonna roll damage.
Y'all.
Okay. Very nice.
And man, I'll kind of just move to the back wall as much as I can. And then yeah.
Perfect. And we'll do Jaryu's turn, and then we'll wrap it up for tonight. Jaryu.
I'm gonna cast a bonus action Stone Cutting.
Okay. Let me give you Tremor Sense. How far is the Tremor Sense?
I think it's 15. 60 feet.
60 feet. Wow, that's kind of cool, actually. Tremor Sense, 60 feet. I gave it to you, but I don't see you having it. Oh, I see why. Hold, please.
Oh, cool.
Hold, please.
And yeah, you dig into your dwarven heritage, Jaryu, and you kind of ground your feet into the earth. And through these stone tiles, you can feel the vibrations of everyone around you, even through the pitch black of the darkness.
All right, I'm gonna.
That actually looks really cool.
Yeah, it does. It looks really cool. I'm gonna attack this stone golem immediately to my right.
Okay.
Is it like Rek'Sai?
Kind of
Right?
like. Yeah, it's neat.
Do I get
And
advantage?
yeah, you have advantage on this one because he's prone. And you can sense him. Oh, baby, and that's a critical hit.
Oh, maybe a triple.
Same exact roll as Aslos, just advantage versus disadvantage.
Oh, nice.
And you bring down Relamox. You can see little chips of stone kind of fly out as you bring the blade down.
I'm supposed to also do an additional 1d4 of psychic damage, but I don't. It's not a big deal. It's supposed to.
Oh. Yes.
I just noticed it.
I'll fix that for next time. They changed the way a lot of items are like structured now. Like I don't know if you can see it in your sheet, but like when you look at Relamox, it has like attack, save, and utility.
Yeah.
You see that? It's so that you can individually roll things, but I think it's putting that D4 onto utility. Yeah, it is. So I'll fix that.
No problem. And then.
Okay, that hits. Yeah. I don't know where that extra one's coming from, but it did not make a difference. Okay. That extra D8 for being a level 15 paladin.
Yup.
And anything else?
Nope.
Awesome.
I'm gonna actually. Well, I'm gonna move. To right
Okay.
there.
Perfect. I like that spot. Okay, very cool.
Why do you like this spot? I don't know if I like that spot anymore. I'm gonna move.
I like it because you're in between everyone, but they don't know it. It's funny looking. Okay, let's go ahead and end there tonight, and then we'll push forward next time.
GG.
All right, GG's, y'all.
GG's.
Good times.
Good night, guys.
We actually
Good night.
Seriously, I was worried.
actually